Hello, dear students. Welcome to Crack Net English with Get Lit Nexus. As always, we don't stop with teaching, we help you learn and retain. In this video, I'll share you a story based memory technique to memorize and remember the titles of important poetry collections and poems of Sarojini Naidu, who is popularly called as the Nightingale of India. So, without any further delay, let's begin the story. Sarojini Naidu, when she was just 5 years old, discovered a golden treasure within her. What is that? That is her gift for writing melodious poetry and sing them very sweetly. So everyone started to call her as a nightingale. She was considered as the bird of her time. And one day, surprisingly, like everyone called her, she started to grow new wings at her back. Now, the metaphorical title has come to reality. Now she even looks like a nightingale with her new set of wings. She became very happy, but the happiness only lasted until she finished her school, that is, only until her 12th grade. After that, her parents broke her wings and made her sit quietly inside her house. But why? Because her poetry was very powerful that even the king of her country fell deeply in love with her and her poetry. So, in order to just stop this chaos, her parents did that so. But Sarojini Naidu did not give up. She did not surrender. She lifted her flute. She used her flute as a scepter of authority and passed a command to collect feathers and stitch her a new set of wings before dawn. So, hearing this command through the musical notes of the flute, the Indian weavers rushed toward a bird sanctuary to collect the fallen feathers of birds. As they knew she had become the queen's rival, that is because of the king's affair, they desired to stitch the feathers strong and firm. So they borrowed sharp needles from the Coromandel fishers. Now the wings are ready, but they were really heavy. So they were sent through palanquin bearers. But to avoid suspicion, they disguised themselves as bangle sellers walking from door to door. Finally, the wings reached Sarojini Naidu. She wore them, but she hid them carefully under her parda so that no one could see her regain power and freedom, and no one can snatch it from her anymore. Now, with her wings hidden, she set out on a pilgrimage to temple, hoping to attain her love. Inside the temple, she saw the Buddha seated on a lotus. She offered a soulful prayer to attain her love. But contradictorily, Buddha gave her the wisdom of realization. She silently thought deeply about her love. She realized. She realized that her love was not divine, rather, her love was a sin, her love was a menace. Menace means something that causes harm or destruction. And in that moment of clarity, she decided to quit singing and writing poetry. To give herself a new identity, she joined a troupe of Indian dancers to become a dancer. She gave her first performance on Bazaar Street of Hyderabad. So that performance gave her a new title, The Gift of India, and that is the story. So the story covers the journey of Sarojini Naidu, that is from being the Nightingale of India to the Gift of India. Actually, this is a fictional story just to help you memorize and remember her works. So that's it. Now just pause the video for a moment, try to recall the entire story, and then we will move on to the actual works of Sarojini Naidu. We will decode the entire story and learn how each element of the story reveals the actual work of Sarojini Naidu. Now let's begin. I told you that Sarojini Naidu discovered a golden treasure at the age of 5, right? The actual work is Golden Threshold. Here the word treasure resembles to threshold. Okay, and the age 5 stands for the publication year 1905. And then everyone started to call her as a nightingale, and eventually she also developed a set of wings at her back, right? And she became the bird of her time. The actual title is the same, The Bird of Time, written in 1912. And I also told you, being the bird of her time didn't last forever, but it only lasted until her 12th grade. I mentioned that 12th grade especially to help you remember the publication year of The Bird of Time, which is written in 1912. Alright? What happened then? Her parents broke her wings because of king's love for her and her poetry, right? The actual title is The Broken Wings, The Songs of Love, Death and Destiny. Okay? The king's love stands for the Songs of Love. Alright? And the publication year is 1917. But she didn't give up. She used her flute as a scepter of authority, right? The actual title is The Sceptred Flute, Songs of India, written in 1943. What did she command? She commanded to bring her a new set of wings before dawn, right? Here the feather stands for wings, alright? The actual title is The Feather of the Dawn, written in 1961. So, by listening to the command, the Indian weavers went to a bird sanctuary to collect all the fallen feathers, right? The actual titles are The Indian Weavers, written in 1971, and Bird Sanctuary. Bird Sanctuary is a title of a poem. And then they decided to stitch the wings very strong because they knew that she has become the queen's rival. The actual title is the same, The Queen's Rival. So to stitch her wings strong, what did they do? They borrowed needles from Coromandel fishers. The actual title is Coromandel fishers. As the wings were heavy, they brought those wings through palanquin bearers who were disguised themselves as bangle sellers. The actual titles are same. So once Sarojini Naidu got her wings, she hid them under her parda. The actual work is Parda Nasir. After getting her wings, what did she do? She took a pilgrimage to temple, right? The actual work is temple. The subtitle of this work is A Pilgrimage of Love. I told you that aim of the pilgrimage is to attain her love, right? So the motto, the goal stands for the subtitle, that is A Pilgrimage of Love. What did her temple? At the temple, she saw Buddha seated on a lotus. The actual title is To a Buddha Seated on a Lotus. What did she do there? She offered a soulful prayer. The actual title is The Soul's Prayer. And then she silently thought about her love. That is silence of love. And she realized that her love is a sin, right? The actual title is Sins of Love. And then she realized it is very dangerous, it is a menace, right? The actual title is Menace of Love. So what did she decide? She decided to quit singing and writing poetry and joined a troupe of Indian dancers to become a dancer. The actual title is Indian Dancers. Where did she perform first? She performed at the Bazaar Street of Hyderabad. The actual title is The Bazaars of Hyderabad. So that performance gave her the new title, that is The Gift of India. So that's it. After recalling both the story and works of Sarojini Naidu, just give a try to the couple of MCQs given here. One of these MCQ is a PYQ. Okay, if you have watched my video of Toru that, you will be able to answer both the questions. Okay, the answers for these questions are given in the description. Just check out the description, and if you got these questions right, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. So we'll see you in another video. Until then, take very good care of yourself.